Provide all the Tradestation easy language code for a momentum strategy. Many of you probably trade different mean reversion and momentum strategies. A couple examples of those would be opening gap momentum, where you're looking at the open relative to the previous day's close. And if that's above or below a certain threshold, you're essentially betting that the momentum is going to continue throughout the day. Another example of a momentum strategy might be opening range breakout. So you're going to measure an opening range, whether that's the first 30 minutes or 60 minutes to a day. And if that is above or below a certain threshold, you're going to go long or short, betting that the momentum is going to continue throughout the day. So these are usually traded in equity markets since there is a defined open and close and day session. Now, the Forex markets are a little bit unique in the sense that they're traded 24/7. And the futures on Forex, which we're going to look at today, the Euro currency futures, which is the Euro USD crosspair, the futures on that crosspair, it's essentially traded 24/7 on CME Globex. So there's no opening range, there's no gap because there's no day session and night session. So we're going to give an example and provide all the easy language code for a strategy that looks at multiple different look back periods for momentum confirmation over these look back periods. And I want to caveat that we're going to provide a very simple strategy. So it's not meant to be traded live. It's just meant to stir some thought and interest and research on enhancing the strategy, maybe adding different filters, looking at different currency markets, different time frames. But it could be a good foundation. The code could be a pretty good foundation for building a really good strategy. So that's what we're going to provide here. Here's the chart, the performance chart. So please note that this actually does include $3 per side commissions and one tick of slippage for the trade, which is pretty conservative given the fact that we're using limit orders and not market orders. So we can jump into some of the code here, and we're looking at a Euro currency 2-minute strategy on data 1. If we go to edit easy language, I'm going to provide all of this code on Algorithmic Futures website. So I'll put a link below the video where you can access this code, copy and paste it, edit it however you want, and use it in your own research to look at momentum across different types of markets. So here in the inputs, we have a profit target of 400, a stop loss of 500, and then we have 3 different thresholds for the momentum over different time periods. And we're using a moving average of 50 on data 2 so that we get confirmation over a longer time period on the 30-minute chart. So if you look at some of the strategy, it's pretty simple. We're measuring the percentage of close of the latest bar versus prior bars over different time periods. So we're looking for a trend over multiple time periods. And then here we're looking at the moving average. We've got an ADX filter in there, which is a great filter for momentum strategies. And then the buy and the sell, what we're going to do is we're going to use a limit order at the lowest. We're going to buy at the lowest low of the past 5 bars, and we're going to sell at the highest high of the past 5 bars, just so we're not buying at the height of the market and selling at the low of the market. So it gives you a little bit of a cushion there. And then we got our profit target and stop loss. So once again, very simple strategy, but this gives you an idea of how we look to develop strategies and how a simple strategy really can become a tradable strategy if you do additional research. And then looking at the performance chart, you'll see it's pretty good performance. I mean, it was choppy early on, and then it hasn't done incredibly well in 2022. So you might want to add this to a portfolio of strategies, some that perform well during these time periods and has some correlation benefits. If you look at the periodical returns, pretty consistent overall. Like I said, 2022 has been tough. 2008 was not great. It's got a 1.33 profit factor, so a little bit low, and average trade size or average trade net profit is $60. It's not bad. The max drawdown's 8,000. So if I were gonna look at enhancements to the strategies, I'd definitely focus on reducing that max drawdown. But um, obviously, we're not giving away our best strategies at Algorithmic Futures. This strategy is not traded in any of the portfolios actually, but you know, it gives you some insight into the strategies that we trade and how we develop strategies on the TradeStation platform. And then you can see some of the strategies we use within momentum markets versus mean reversion. So, hope it's helpful. And once again, we'll provide a link with the code that you can use to do your own research. If anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out. Or if you're interested in trading the systems, please reach out. And then we're going to continue to do more content more frequently. So, stay tuned for that.